The K-Files is brought to you by John Barnes Electric, your full-service electrical company, serving Rocky Mount and surrounding areas. Locally owned, locally recommended, available 24/7. Call today for a free estimate, 442-7002, 442-7002.
And welcome to the K-Files. Good morning, JP.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, as we said this morning, you know, the politics are just getting ramped up big time. We, you know, the congressional maps were redrawn.
They were redrawn, and the Democrats are officially freaking out.
And William Barber is,
and the reason they're so upset is because for the past 20 years, Democrats in these Democratic states have maximized their representation in their states, and they have got all the representation. They can't squeeze any more blood from this turnip. And now the Republicans are doing the same thing. We're going to add somewhere between 10, 20 seats. We're just basically doing the same thing they've been doing. And they're freaking out about it.
Absolutely.
You look at states like New Hampshire, 48% Republican. Okay, 0 representatives in Congress. Most of your New England, Maine, 48, 45% Republican, 0 representation of Republicans in the House. Okay, the Democrats have drawn these seats in a way that maximizes the Democrat representation in Congress. And now these southern states have caught on to it, and they're doing it. And it's going to counter what they have been trying to do for the past 20 years. We're just doing what they've been doing. And I think last week the Louisiana case was argued in the U.S. Supreme Court about using race as an argument to draw congressional seats. And the irony here is they're going to rule on this sometime next spring, and the deciding vote will come down to Clarence Thomas. And based on his questions during oral arguments, he's going to rule against it, and he is going to say that it's unconstitutional.
Wow.
Which would be it will address, like the NAACP and I think Reverend Barber, they're going to sue this congressional because of these lines.
Oh, yeah.
And when the Supreme Court rules on it in the spring, that's the end of that case. It's the end of that argument.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, it's just good to me. It's good.
Well, now, how did it change? Because I caught the end of it. I walked in the room. I was watching WRL early, like 4:45. Wilson changed in this thing big time, because they were broadcasting last night or yesterday, because they showed it this morning, from Parker's Barbecue, and they were pulling people out as they came out and interviewing them. How do you feel, you know, Wilson? But I didn't get the gist, because I was out of the room, of how Wilson changed with the lines, because Wilson has been in, you know, they're District 1. Do you know how Wilson changed?
Well, what it is they have drawn this line based on voting demographics, because the map that I looked at It's using, it goes from dark red to purple to blue. And I'm telling you, they have drawn District 1. It's not purple. It ain't blue. It's not pink. It is fire engine red. In other words, it is going to go Republican. So I can see them trimming Wilson out because Wilson is probably 48-52. It is. It's still considered a Democrat county.
Yes.
As far as registrations go, but it's slowly getting more and more Republican. Nash County has really changed over the past 20 years.
Yes, it has. Well, we will keep you up to speed on what happens with the Democrats and what they're going to do, and we'll see just so many interesting things going on. Woo, just whirling. I do want to show you a video this morning. You know, the SBI, the director has been on the program before. I don't know if you were here.
I don't remember.
But the previous director. So anyway, the director of the SBI may very well come on our show, or one of his representatives, because this show, we talk about law enforcement things, crime. That's what the show's all about. And I want to show you a video that the SBI has just had done that I thought was very impressive. So Lee, if you're ready, take it away.
The Bureau is from Murphy to Manteo. We have so many resources that can help North Carolina in times of their greatest needs. I want to make sure that we are not standing on the sidelines, but we are in the game to protect and serve North Carolina.
The SBI has given me a law enforcement career that I never thought that I would be able to have as a local law enforcement officer. I felt like the trajectory of being in local law enforcement, while great, I really wanted to expand my abilities to something I didn't know that I would be capable of.
The way people look at the SBI is very professional. We come with a standard.
It's a professional organization that seeks to continue to improve, being more and more professional and being an elite law enforcement agency.
Given the opportunity to go federal, and I decided not to for my blood family, but also because of my Bureau family. I absolutely love working with the people here.
Something that teaches in the academy is the level of professionalism that the SBI stands by. So we show up and people know that the SBI is there.
They are dressed professionally, they're equipped professionally, and they conduct themselves professionally. They hold themselves to a higher standard. If you stay ready, you won't have to get ready. Trust in a law enforcement agency is its foundation. You can't build the walls or put a roof on anything unless you have a strong foundation.
I take pride in the fact that our investigations are worked the way that they should be from the beginning to the end.
This agency goes above and beyond providing service to our community, to our local partners, to our federal partners.
If you have interest in law enforcement, we have so many different divisions that I think there is a place for everybody. And then we also have a civilian side that people can look into, and there will be something for everybody.
We received the training. We have a very intense and focused academy that lasts about 4 months. And throughout that academy, we are meeting with SBI agents. And that's the good thing about the SBI is it's taught by other agents that are professionals in their expertise.
Every day is a different day working for the SBI. There's no 2 days that you're doing the exact same thing.
I don't think I've ever had 2 days that were the same. Every day is different. You also might have a plan for what you're going to do that day, and quite often that plan doesn't happen because something comes up, and that's what keeps it interesting.
I've always considered the SBI to be the premier law enforcement agency in the state of North Carolina.
I think the SBI is definitely looked at as an elite law enforcement agency in North Carolina, so definitely makes me feel proud to be an SBI agent.
I mean, that's the reason I came to the Bureau, because it felt like if I was going to serve the state of North Carolina, it felt like the premier opportunity to do that and be in law enforcement.
A lot of our agents, if you ask them, it's all about making a difference.
The citizens of North Carolina are not an interruption of our day at the State Bureau of Investigation. They are the purpose of it. They are why we get up every day.
I often think if something happened to myself or to my family, who would I want investigating it? And hands down, it would be the SBI.
Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. That was I think it was more of I think they designed it for a recruitment type thing for the SBI, because, the SBI needs folks too, just like everybody else. Everybody needs help.
And the SBI is so important, because you take cities like Charlotte, you take Rocky Mount, these bigger cities, they have the resources to investigate a crime.
Yeah.
Okay, but you take small towns.
Good morning.
Good morning, JP and Sandra.
Good morning.
Yeah, it was good. That was a good video. But JP, I can bounce this off you. When I retired, almost now, golly, Sandra, it's almost been 12 years. November 1st will be 12 years I've been retired.
Right.
And I can't believe it. But after doing 25 years of fire investigations, and I've got an associate degree in fire science, I talked with SBI people about trying to get on doing fire investigations. And they would not even look at my resume without a bachelor's degree. I could have a bachelor's degree in basket weaving, and they would hire me. But with 25 years of trained fire investigation and an associate degree in fire science, they would not even look at me.
Wow. Isn't that something?
And I don't know, that seems strong, but I know they set requirements on bachelor degrees, and they hold to it, but it don't matter what your bachelor degree is in. They said they can train you to be a fire investigator. I've already got 25 years of fire investigations under my belt. What kind of training they're going to have to extra do to me? But sounds like a backwards way of thinking a little bit to me. They should have some kind of or otherwise, in there to a caveat to hiring.
Well, they say they need people so bad, so you would think they would maybe, consider something like that, but evidently not.
Unless they've changed in the last 11 years. I mean, they haven't, so it's kind of crazy.
Well, it might have changed by now, because that's been hiring wasn't as bad back then as it is now. It wasn't as hard to hire somebody back then as it is now, so...
When I worked part-time with the State Fire Marshal's office back several years ago, I had a chance to inspect the SBI building, and I went into a room where some guys were at a computer or whatever, and they had a dog in there, and that dog was a therapy dog, because these guys were into the child pornography and things like that they were investigating.
Right.
And these guys go through a lot mentally by seeing what they see, and that dog was their therapy dog to keep them grounded.
Right.
Kind of interesting.
When you inspected them,
that was a good video.
When you inspected them, Philip, did you fail them after that?
No.
I'm kidding.
God, no. But it's interesting to see all the stuff when you go into the lab where they're doing all the DNAs and everything else. That's the interesting part of that side.
Sure.
I mean, there's so many areas of the SBI or law enforcement that you can get into as well, not just being out on the streets, but people going for college degrees, doing things that are all behind the scenes on the investigation is really neat. The computer technology side of it, the DNA and the blood work and the ballistics, I mean, it's just an open door if you want to get into that field. You don't have to be on the street rolling where it's real hazardous. You can be in there where they need you to.
Right.
That's right.
All right. Thanks for the call.
I appreciate, JP, what you did over your years.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and thank you as well.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, well, that was a good call. Give you a little insight into what's required of the, to be hired on the SBI. You know, with all of this going on, all the politics and everything going on, lines being redrawn and all of that, emotions are running at an all-time high.
Yes, they are.
So,
You got protesters in the street calling for the assassination, targeting of ICE, Homeland Security officers. You know, you have these law enforcement officers being tracked unknowingly.
Yes.
You've got them being boxed into situations. It's just a matter of time before you turn the TV on and you see where an ICE officer or his family have been targeted and killed. I'm telling you, it's coming, and they're going to be to blame for it.
Golly.
Because they have come up with this thing, and it started in 2016, and that is resist. No matter what it is, resist. Resist. And everything is, he's a Nazi, democracy's at stake. It's like certain punchlines that they have polled an audience and got reviews from. So that's the narrative that they push. And I'm telling you, it's putting innocent people's lives in danger.
Interesting. All right, we've got to go to break. We'll be right back with some more of the K-Files brought to you by Barnes Electric.
The K-Files is brought to you by John Barnes Electric, your full-service electrical company, serving Rocky Mount and surrounding areas. Locally owned, locally recommended, available 24/7. Call today for a free estimate, 442-7002, 442-7002.
Okay, and there you go, John Barnes Electric. Don't forget, 24/7, you can call him for all of your electrical needs, not just one little aspect, because he does it all.
He does it all.
If it's electrical, John does it. So we talked about, and I got some response from Jeff Cobb case.
Okay.
I had 3 calls. One of them said, you know, Rocky Mount Police Department should have solved that by now. That should have been solved. Then somebody texted me, I wonder if the Rocky Mount Police Department looked at the cameras at Gators that night. I said, now, that would have been one of the first things I believe the police department would have covered. They said, I wonder if they did look at the cameras. I'm sure they did. To answer your question, I'm sure they did, but I don't know that for a fact. I do intend to talk to Marty McCoy, the chief, about giving us some more information on it, on that case. But anyway.
And you would think, is the neighborhood that he lives in, I mean, that's such a nice, affluent neighborhood. You know that the homes had cameras.
Yeah.
Or some of them, you know. And you know that had to have captured a suspicious vehicle or something.
Yes. Absolutely, I would think. So anyway, we have a hot now that we will do this morning. Kevin Bissett with the Sheriff's Office. As a matter of fact, well, we won't do that, but anyway. Kevin Bissett sent out a press release at the wee hours. He worked late last night. He earned his pay. Always earns his pay. Law enforcement always earn their pay. Okay. And it deals with drugs, y'all, of course. So over the past several months, the Nash County Sheriff's Office Narcotics Division began an investigation involving the sale and distribution of illegal narcotics from Wintergreen Road in Nashville. Do you know where that is?
I do not.
Wintergreen Road in Nashville. During this investigation, detectives spoke with multiple citizens of the community who expressed the concern of individuals overdosing on multiple occasions. Detectives identified 2 suspects, Stephen Craig Pendergrass and Stephen Sanders Hicks of Wintergreen Road. They lived together evidently. While conducting the investigation, detectives, my phone won't do right this morning. I'm sorry, y'all. So sorry. Okay. Well, it just wants to jump around. I'm so sorry. Well, anyway, detectives established probable cause. Of course, you have to do that to obtain a search warrant. Went in and found all kinds of PWISD heroin. I don't know anything about that.
Possession with intent to sell and deliver.
Okay. Sell, and then the next one is sell and deliver heroin. Then PWISD cocaine, sell and deliver cocaine, possession of marijuana, maintain a dwelling for controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, you name it. Stephen Hicks received a $100,000 secured bond and is being held at the Nash County Detention Center. Stephen Pendergrass was arrested for maintaining a dwelling for controlled substance. It must have been his house. And the other guy lived with him is what it looks like to me. But anyway, Nash County Sheriff's Office, of course, is committed to keeping the citizens of Nash County safe. And Sheriff Keith Stone is really big on safety. He's against drugs in every way, shape, form, keeping them off the streets, keeping them out of kids' hands. I mean, he's been on here so many times. I mean, I can remember what he says every time he comes, that it only takes the head of a pencil to kill you. I mean, fentanyl can just take you out.
Gun gangs and drugs, and we've got 2,000 to 3,000 people, especially young adults, that die almost daily across the United States because of fentanyl.
Yeah.
When Donald Trump ran for president, he promised these people that he was going to do something to address this fentanyl problem, killing these young people.
Mm-hmm.
And look at what he's doing. He's blowing up boats that are trying to sneak this stuff into the United States. He's not taking them to court. He's not playing games with them. He's blowing them up. He's killing them a boatload at a time, and my hat's off to him.
Absolutely.
He's doing exactly what he promised these moms and dads and aunts and uncles and grandparents that had to bury their children.
Yes.
He promised them, I'm going to do something about this fentanyl, and he's doing it.
Yeah. Fentanyl, I cannot say, it's just a horrible, horrible drug. And you can take, some of these people are addicted to heroin, cocaine, whatever. But so many of these things are laced with fentanyl, and you don't know that. You think, well, I know what I'm doing. I know how much I can take of this, not realizing it's fentanyl in it. And so, anyway, it's just a terrible, terrible drug. It's coming in from China to Mexico to us, is what the sheriff said.
And through South America.
Yeah.
That's right. You're exactly right.
So anyway, hats off for what the president is doing with that. So anyway, anything going on in Bailey, Middlesex?
You know, the Country Doctor Museum was gifted to ECU,
Yeah.
I'm going to guess about 15, 20 years ago. And, you know, ECU is looking at ways that they can save money. And one of the things that they had recently identified is basically getting out of the museum business there in Bailey. There was some discussions about what to do with it. There were some rumors that they had actually talked with Spring Hope about relocating it to Spring Hope and just giving it up. Rumors got out locally in Bailey. Owen Strickland reached out, spoke with those involved persons at ECU, and they said, yes, we are going to give it up. We're going to get out of the museum business.
Golly, that's a shame though, because
They have really put some money in it.
Yeah, the Country Doctor Museum in Bailey.
It is Bailey.
You associate Bailey. Oh yeah, I know where Bailey is because I went to the Country.
It's on the
Doctor
water
Museum.
tower. It was on the the town seal. Anyway, they're going to gift it back, not to the town. They're going to gift it to the Bailey Chamber of Commerce. That's a big thing that's going on right now down around Bailey. But they're going to gift it back.
Okay. Well.
And the chamber is going to run it. I don't think we're going to run it day to day like it's been ran, because I mean, from a revenue standpoint, it's just not feasible.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to run it a few days a week, maybe on the weekend, maybe on Saturdays for school, kids and things like that. But yeah, it's going to be gifted to the Bailey Chamber of Commerce, and the Chamber of Commerce is going to man it and run it.
Well, I am so glad to hear that it's going to stay anyway, because I mean, to me, that's what Bailey was,
Yep.
known for. So, anyway, well, that's good to know.
There's a lot of construction going on in the Nash County, Middlesex, the county park down there. That is the business complex. Extremely large metal buildings going up. There's a rumor, and I can't get any concrete information on this, but there's a rumor going around that it's probably going to be one of the top employers in the county. And I mean, it's going to be extremely high salaries. Something that's out of the ordinary for Bailey, Middlesex, Spring Hope. I mean, it's like crazy money is what's going to be the average salary. So that's a rumor, that's a buzz in the area. And when I say big money, I mean like $150,000, $200,000 a year salaries, and lots of them.
Very good. Well, economic boost. That's what we need. So, things, I don't know.
And I'm hearing rumors, you hear rumors, that they've had another round of layoffs at Pfizer.
Yes.
And I'm hearing that they wouldn't be surprised if Pfizer don't pull out altogether.
I've said that yesterday. I said it would not surprise me. I'm not starting a rumor, but I'm just saying, with all the lines being pulled out of there, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they didn't pull out of here. But I do feel like if they do leave, somebody said, what do you think will happen to that building? Well, I think another pharmaceutical company will come in that building because it's already suited and upfitted for it. So I think it's only likely that hopefully, another pharmaceutical company would come in there. But,
I would hope so.
Yeah. So anyway, interesting times. We don't know. We just don't know. We're still looking for somebody to come to the
there's so many
County.
empty buildings.
Oh, I know. Now we just, and we're playing it on TV. I hope you have caught that. Right down the road on Tom Betts Highway, there was a big economic announcement. The Gateway was there, the mayor, everybody, city council. So it's storage. It's big storage for like industry. And I think they've had some commitment from CDC. City said, yes, if you build that, we need storage. They need storage. I guess for whatever, they build engines. So they've already committed to some of it, and I don't know if they've got commitments for the other storage or not. But anyway, ground was broken, and that is a big area out there. You can see the dirt, where the dirt is pulled up. You'll see it. But leaving the college, going back, it's on the left, right down by Bienvenue Road.
Let me pose an awkward question. If you were going to build a brand new house, you had $1.5 million budget, where are you going to build your house at?
Well, I know I'm going to build it in the county as far as I can get out.
But you're not going to build it in Rocky Mount. And then, and I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm just saying.
I mean,
and then you ask yourself, why wouldn't you build it in Rocky Mount?
Yeah.
Okay. And I hate to say it's political.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Now you posed a question as a businessman. You're Amazon. You're a pharmaceutical plant. You're somewhere looking to come to Nash County, and ask yourself. And again, this is terrible to even say. Why or why not are you going? Why are you going to bring it to Nash, or to Rocky Mount, or why not? And this is the uncomfortable implications of politics.
It is. It really is. It's a shame.
It's like the thing that nobody wants to talk about.
Well, the realtors are having a fit about
I'm
this thing
sure
that happened
they
in the
are.
city because how are we supposed to bring people here? How are we supposed to move people here, with things happening like this? Everybody knows it. I went to Wilson. I talked to the travel and tourism folks. I paid a visit over there and stayed quite a while, and they all said Rocky Mount's such a good place.
It is. I love Rocky
Y'all
Mount.
just have leadership issues.
I was born here July 2nd, 1974. I lived here as a young child, loved it. And it hurts me. It hurts my soul.
Yeah.
I watched a recent Rocky Mount meeting, town meeting, or city meeting.
Yeah.
And it was cringeworthy.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Hearing these people get up and talk and the things that they would say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to bring my business to Rocky Mount. And that it hurts to say that, but it's true. Just like that man who owns a business here and he pays millions of dollars
and
in power.
Crypto mining is,
and he told him,
a lot of utilities in crypto mining.
He said, I'm telling you right now, if you do what you're telling me you're going to do with my power, I'm leaving.
Yeah. See?
I'm leaving.
Who else is going to follow suit?
That's
who
right.
else is going to leave? We can't recruit industry. We can't recruit business as long as we're doing this. That's why we can only hope that the auditors get to the bottom of it. Take your time. Don't, people are saying, when are they going to be through? When are they going to be through? No, I don't want them to be through this quick. Absolutely not. I think I know where the roads are going to point to in the fingers, but I'm not saying anything right this minute. But come January, they should be wrapping up, is what I hear, come January. And there are, I believe, 2 elements to this thing, and the team that's in there now from the auditor's office are investigators. And then I understand when they're finished, another team goes in, which probably may be the end of November, something like that. Another team's going to go in, and you know what they're called? The criminality team.
The sad thing, though, is, again, they could remove all of these people. And the sad truth is, people just like them will run and get elected to office. People talk about Donald Trump, and, he is far from being perfect. Business people have a business mentality, the way they address issues.
Oh, yeah.
Preachers, that's their wheelhouse. Everything is about, I want to help you. You can't pay your light bill, I'm going to pay, we're going to help you.
Yes.
Okay. That is a recipe for disaster when it comes to making business decisions, because I get it and I appreciate it, and it's unsustainable. You put 2 or 3 preachers in a mix making decisions with millions of dollars, and I'm telling you, you've got a mess on your hands.
Oh, yeah.
Because from their point of view, in all honesty, they think they're genuinely doing the right thing.
Oh, yeah.
But it's unsustainable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we got to go to break. We'll be right back.
The K-Files is brought to you by John Barnes Electric, your full-service electrical company, serving Rocky Mount and surrounding areas. Locally owned, locally recommended. Available 24/7. Call today for a free estimate. 442-7002. 442-7002.
Don't forget about the burn thing that's in place. Between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m., you're not supposed to burn anything, because what's happening is it's just carrying it. If something were to catch on fire, they said it's just going to carry it right on. The National Weather Service put this out, that please do not burn right now. We're going to have to wait until we get some rain, because it is dry, and dry. So.
Have you been to the fair?
I have not. We're thinking about going this afternoon.
This is the first time in probably 10 years that I hadn't made it to the fair, and I'm not going to make it.
The food sounded yucky. We talked about the food the other day. Last Friday, as a matter of fact, when we introduced the fair, they sent us a packet and all that to talk about it, and passes and all that. But anyway, last Friday we were talking about the barbecued donut.
That doesn't sound good at all.
There is no way I'm going to eat that. But the food this year just didn't sound. I never get that deep fried Oreos, and it's so bad for you.
I don't like that either.
No.
We usually get a bucket of cookies. I usually get sirloin tips with mashed potatoes on the back side of the Dorton Arena.
Right.
An ear of corn, not with that mayo stuff on it, but an ear of corn that's just buttered and salt. Got to have ham biscuit, got to have chocolate pie. As you can
Where do you
tell,
get the chocolate pie from?
there's like I couldn't tell you the name, it's just a stand.
There's a stand, okay.
We love to eat, I think it's called McAllister's
McAllister's.
Okay, yeah. Barbecue ribs, barbecue chicken.
Yep. That was in a tent,
It was in a
Because
red tent.
Do you know they tore down all the civic booths?
I did know that.
Sad. But they're going to build them back, and they said they'll be back. But they're all torn down, and I was sad about that, because that's where I like to eat. I like to eat the civic. I don't know.
I like to sit down.
Other things. I do too, and some of those vendors, I don't know, they don't look so good. So.
We go and graze. We just, if there's something that you want to get, we all try it, we all snack on it, and then we go up and we'll try something else.
That's
but
right.
all we do is eat from the time we get there to the time we leave.
Well, that's why
and
you
I love
go.
it.
That's why you go. I like the roasted corn. I love that. I get me a piece of roasted corn. I love the, sometimes I get a funnel cake, sometimes I don't. They're so greasy. But I do like the roasted corn. I go to the back, the very back, where the big John Deere ice cream thing is. And I have to get my John Deere ice cream. And while I'm back there, I have to get the apple cider. Me and Brittany love the apple cider. It is the best apple cider.
Now, is that towards the Village of Yesteryear?
Yes, in the Village of Yesteryear.
Okay.
Yes. It's back there by the ice cream thing. As a matter of fact, it's usually right across from it. But anyway, those two things I get at the back, and I love to look at those exhibits back there and all of that. As you get older, you don't ride anymore.
I don't ride anything.
I don't ride it. You know, ride the rides. No. But anyway, that's about what I do at the fair. And we do eat from the time we get there to the time we leave.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, they interview some people on WRAL, and everybody. They said, what's your favorite thing to do at the fair? Why do you go? Why do you go? Food. Every one of them.
I've got to go to the Highway Patrol, you know, where they're at. They're at the Car Scott building.
Oh, yeah, they are.
The display, and I've got to have sirloin tips with mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm open to anything.
Oh, I forgot my turkey leg. I have to get a turkey leg.
I've never had a turkey leg.
I love the turkey leg that they have. So, anyway, I'm a turkey person anyway. I'm a turkey probably. But anyway. We're going to do one case today for you. I know you thought we weren't going to get to it, but we're going to do Rafiq, Sufan, Sammy.
Okay. known as the Sammy case. This case is from March 8th, 2011. Sammy was killed at his store on the 1100 block of Old Wilson Road in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. He was leaving the store around 12:51 a.m. when he was killed in the parking lot. Rocky Mount police state that it was an attempted robbery. Sammy had a large amount of bills still in his pocket when police arrived. He had 91s, 18 5s, 2 20s, and 3 50s.
Wow.
If my memory serves me correctly, they're thinking that he resisted, that he
Yes.
might have even, did he have a gun or?
I never heard that he had a gun.
But he did put up some resistance. He did
Yes.
fight. And he was shot though.
Yes, yes, he was shot, and the person got away. Yeah, like you said, I think something ensued. I don't know what, but anyway, he was clearly robbed. You know, Convenient Marts. He probably was known for having cash. You know, probably known for having cash, and he apparently did. It tells you, you know, what he had. So there he is right there. Good, Lee. Very good. That's him. Just trying to make a living.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just a convenience store owner trying to make a living.
Killed over nothing.
Yes, killed over hardly nothing. And I guarantee you the person wanted to buy some drugs with him. I mean, that's just the way it goes. So anyway, killed in the parking lot, and that's why he was killed in the parking lot probably. Or he was probably leaving because it was 12:51 a.m. And, you know, I will tell the convenient, oh, there it is right there. Lee, you're on it today. There's a store. It's on the corner right there at the railroad track
Yeah.
of Old Wilson Road and Cokie Road, right there in the V, is where it was at. Convenience store owners, when you stay open until 12 or 1 o'clock, look at there. We had some good pictures of that case. But when you stay open until 12 or 1 at night, you're just asking for trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at 1 o'clock, he won't leave it until 1 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know if they got him in the parking lot when he left. I would suspect so. And he tried to fight. And don't try to fight. If you want to save your life, just give it up. Just give the money up. It wasn't enough for him to, this was not enough money for him to fight the guy over. It really was not. He should have said, here, take the money, go. But anyway, he lost his life. Sammy lost his life. And it was called Sammy's Takeout for years. Sammy Evans owned it. And so I guess he took on the name as nickname Sammy. So that's how he got the nickname Sammy. He just left it as Sammy's Takeout because everybody knew it as Sammy's Takeout. So,
You know, I grew up over off of Old Wilson Road, right up the street from this store. Walked to it many, many times as a young child in the late 70s, early 80s.
who owned it then?
Sammy. Not this Sammy.
But Sammy Evans. Oh.
Across the street was Proctor's service station. Edwards Grocery was where the fuel dock is now. Mr. Edwards had a little grocery store there. And you know, we felt safe to walk to and from the store.
Yeah.
We would walk over to Holloman's on Cokie Road up from Webb's Marina.
Wow.
I wouldn't walk over there right now in the middle of the daytime.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely not. Well, if you know anything about the Sammy case on Old Wilson Road where he was robbed, somebody, I don't think it was just one person involved in this. I'm sure it might have been a couple of people. I don't know. I have no idea. But somebody knows something. Somebody bragged. Somebody told. And even this long ago, 2011, it's not too late for you to collect some money. We will give you cash money if you come forward with a tip on this case. We would really appreciate you doing that. You can we see some graphics this morning with the phone numbers, Lee? But Crime Stoppers is 977-1111. This is a Rocky Mount case. 406-6736. You can call that number as well. Call the Rocky Mount Police Department, 972-1411. Whatever you got to do to give a tip on this case, we would really appreciate it because we know somebody knows. So anyway, that's all for today. Thank you, JP.
Yes, ma'am.
As always, and we will be back with you next week. Make it a great day, everybody.
The K-Files is brought to you by John Barnes Electric, your full-service electrical company, serving Rocky Mount and surrounding areas. Locally owned, locally recommended. Available 24/7. Call today for a free estimate. 442-7002. 442-7002.